having sex with me and my husband. You going over there somewhere else having sex with somebody. She started a relationship with me and my husband. Okay. So we was like in a polyamorous relationship. Okay.
Basically, she mad because I cheated on her.
She a fucking hoe.
Long story short.
That's what it is. She a fucking hoe.
I heard some crazy outburst over here just now. Is that, you think it might be over here? Yeah, so I was like, I started building one because that seemed like the most logical place. I'm gonna just check the numbers up there and see what apartments own building too. Oh, okay, no problem then. We'll come back to that. Oh yeah, that's way in the back. That's it. So I didn't get any answer on 2 callbacks.
I think it might be this. Alright, did you call us?
No sir.
Okay.
I'm just waiting to pick somebody up.
Okay. What apartment are they in? Do you know what apartment they're in?
Yeah, was it a lady?
Yeah, I think so. You know the number?
No, I don't know who called you. I just can't put the light for.
Okay, we're good. Alright.
But if it's that, that's what you're doing. That's
Okay, I'm not sure the number. Okay, appreciate you. Thanks.
Yeah, 160. I got 165 up top, and then I got 164 on the bottom of the call.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try 165 first. I'm gonna listen.
They have 165.
You see, at the top of the call screen is 165, and then at the bottom is 164. That's why I was calling her for clarity. So I figured. Is that upstairs? 164. Yeah. Savannah PD. Sound like she's saying I'm not letting go. Savannah PD. Yeah, somebody's on some. If somebody's got somebody hold, let them go and open the door.
Thanks, man. We got it.
Yeah, that's what Robin just said.
Okay.
Savannah PD.
Yeah, this is the female that.
Let her go. Let her go. Let her go. Let her go. We in here. I felt that was the need to open up this door. Let her go.
Thank you so
Let her go.
much.
Let her go, ma'am. What's going on? Let her go. Let her go.
Basically,
A hoe. That's what she is. She a fucking hoe. That's what it is.
basically, she
She a
mad
hoe.
because I cheated on her.
She a fucking hoe.
Long story short.
That's what it is. She a fucking hoe. That's what it is. Fucking big
Tell me what's going on.
Basically, she read my messages, found out that I was cheating on her, and she threw it. That's her husband.
cheating on me with 6 different fucking people. 6 different people. Like, she's a fucking hoe.
She can't go yet. She gotta wait. Okay, so, where can we talk where just we can be away from them? Because I don't want you out. No, nothing being
Yeah.
no back
I
and
don't think
forth.
she needs
Can
to
we
be
talk
in-
right here?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So, what is y'all relationship?
She's essentially my girlfriend.
Okay.
Kind of sort of.
Okay. She's a girlfriend. Okay. What is her name?
Teresa.
Can you spell it for me?
TERISHA.
Okay. Last name?
ONE.
Teresa.
Yeah.
Okay. Your name?
Chloe. CHLOE.
CHLOE. Chloe. What's your last name?
MCCELL.
ELL. Okay. So y'all are. How long have y'all been in a relationship?
Since around in the 1st of August last year.
Okay. So y'all, did she live here with you?
Oh no. No.
Okay. So what brought her over here tonight, and what kind of led up to this?
She spent the night. She just decided to spend the night because she said she needed a break from her kids. I'm like, all right, come over. Everything, long story short. We started watching a movie. I guess she went through my phone, saw that I was basically, essentially cheating on her. Mm-hmm. Her feelings got hurt, and she started yelling and screaming and everything. I told her to leave politely, and she did not want to leave. That's when I called 911 because I was like, I'm not about to do this with her. I'm a veteran and everything like that. I don't want to ruin that reputation. Called y'all, and they said they would send somebody immediately. Then I called her husband. I was like, you need to come get your wife. He was like, I'm on the way. She was like, I'm not leaving. Then I guess her husband came, I guess putting her stuff in his car or whatever. Okay. And then that's when y'all came, and she asked me a question. I answered her question. Then she punched me in the face.
Okay.
And then
Do you need EMS?
she went, huh?
Do you need EMS?
Do I?
Do you need an
No.
ambulance?
I think my lip is busted though. Right here.
Okay, I'm gonna get a picture of that in just a minute.
Okay. So yeah, she punched me in the face. Told her to let me go. I didn't. Of course, I tried to defend myself to the best of my ability. And then she said she's not letting go. That's when y'all knocked on the door.
Yeah, I heard that.
I tried to tell y'all to come in, but I guess y'all couldn't hear me.
Yeah, I just kept hearing it was hard to discern at first, but I kept hearing I'm not letting go, and then that's when I said, let me test the doorknob and see if I need to just come
her
on
husband
in.
was putting her stuff in her car.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm her husband. I just came to pick her up. I talked to you outside.
You her husband?
Yeah, I just came from
Okay.
Cooler to pick her up.
What's going on?
She started a relationship with me and my husband.
Okay.
So we was like in a polyamorous relationship.
Okay.
She told my husband that she don't like him or whatever. So it was just me and her continuing to talk and keep the relationship with just us two. My husband knew that. I've been here with her. She just got back. And I kept asking her about this girl that kept texting her and calling her and stuff. And I'm like, are you dealing with this girl? She was like, no, she's not dealing with the girl. And I said, well, you don't have to lie. You know what I mean? Like, just tell me if you're dealing with the girl. She said, no, I'm not dealing with the girl. I said, okay. And then so she told me that she had took her watch or whatever. She took her watch off at the girl house and all this other shit. So we supposed to be having like a movie night or whatever. And she fell asleep. So my intuition, I'm just like, she fucking cheating on me, bro. Like, there's no way that she not fucking cheating on me. So I go through her phone. She's still talking to her ex. She started a new relationship a month ago with two other people, another husband and another wife. She's talking to her, the person that she told me that was her godfather. He's like 45 years old. She said she's fucking her godfather, and she like, oh, don't tell her that we dealing with each other and stuff. And it's just like how many times I asked you, like, is this not what you want? Just let me know this not what you want. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If this is not something that you want to be in, oh no, I love you, I want to be with you and stuff like that. And me and my husband had a lot of back and forth about this girl. Mm-hmm. But I told him I really love her and I love her a lot. And then so I go through her phone and she's just hoeing, like just a big hoe. How you having sex with me, my husband? You going over there somewhere else having sex with somebody? Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what happened with the physical portion of that tonight?
Because I asked her, just ask me one question before I go. Just answer one question for me. Why would you do something like that to me? And she was like, I just want you to get out of my house. I said, no, I want to answer. Why would you do that to me? And she walked up in my face. She said, because I don't give a fuck about you. That's why. And I punched her in her fucking mouth. And we started talking, fighting.
We're at 1095.
Okay.
Okay, so ma'am, can you place your hands behind your back, please? You're under arrest for battery, DBA. Put your palms together like you're praying. And that's based off what I saw when I first walked up to the house, and I heard the cry saying, you know, I'm not letting go, I'm not letting go. And even when we came in, I saw your hands grasping her hair, and you still didn't let go. So based off that, I'm placing you under arrest for battery, DBA. You had a set of cuffs I can borrow just for a minute. I'm gonna link them together. Hang on, Dick.
Just gonna lock them just to make sure.
If I don't lock them,
on
they'll.
you.
So what happened?
This is just cool.
46 Bravo 1.
She really gonna press charges against me, and she know I got kids.
Well, so it's not her
Okay.
pressing charges. It's the
Okay.
state. And when it comes to domestic violence, it has nothing to do with her.
Okay, that's fine.
46 Bravo 1.
Dispatch me slipping.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, can you give it a try? See if they'll answer you. Come out here in my truck. You got shoes, ma'am?
Shoes? Did he get your information?
Chris, he always, only thing he got is my name.
Okay.
Chris, my sneakers is right there.
You
Did he get your date of birth?
some
and all
of
that? He
them.
has a driver's license?
Have a
Yeah,
seat.
I-
gotta
Let me
come.
grab that.
It's in my purse.
Okay.
How did we get in here? Do you remember? Was it through here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I literally just got a driver's license because I purchased a car.
Look at you. That's face mask and stuff.
46 to 4 Bravo 2.
I don't feel like I should be arrested, sir.
Oh, well, that's state law. We have one
We have one black
Because
home 28.
Well, based off what I heard and what I observed when I walked up,
but if I'm going to jail, she should go to jail too, because we was fighting each other.
well, I only go off what I can prove, which is what I saw. And when I walked up,
but when I was holding her, it's because she was trying to hit me. So I told her I'm not going to let her go so we don't be fighting. That's what I told her why I was holding her, and I told her I'm not going to let go till the police got there. That's why I told her I wasn't letting her go. I have 4 kids. I do not need a record.
okay, come over here.
Come on.
46 to 44. Are you free for a pat down?
I don't have anything on me.
It's procedure.
10-4, I'm en route from the property room.
You really gonna lock me up and we both was
Hang on.
fighting each other?
Well, hang on. I got a little bit more investigation I need to do, but
Doesn't make any sense.
Bravo 2, dispatch back on the air.
1040, I'm happy.
10-4-46 has 1-1095 and 10-28.
just have a seat for me for right now.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Hang on. Just.
Y'all gotta check pulse.
We do? Why? What's wrong?
My wrist is kind of like
There's
numb.
an earring right there too. I want you to step on it. Your wrist is what?
My wrist is kind of like numb.
Okay. Where you guys? Was it from like a punch or something, or did you
No, I
hit
was
it?
trying to, like I told him, I was trying to defend myself. She had my hair pulled, so I was trying to grab her hand off of me. And she's like yanking me and everything.
Okay. All right. Do me a favor. Just hang tight right here for me, okay?
so I'm just about to Miranda, and then I'm gonna go forward with some more investigation.
Okay. Did we get your information?
No, I didn't get her information.
What's your name now? I'm sorry. Can you say it again?
My name is Teresa.
Can you spell that for me?
T-R-I-S-H-A.
And your last name? S-I-M-O-N-E. What's your date of birth, ma'am? 7/87. What's a good contact number for you?
For me or for my husband?
Oh yeah, your phone number. Okay. Just hang tight here.
Okay, so basically, I just need you to listen to your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, with having these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me? Ma'am? Now, I'm only required to read that once, but I'm going to explain it to you. You have the right not to answer any questions, but I'm trying to investigate this further.
But I'm still gonna get locked up and I have children, sir.
Well, I want to investigate,
We're fighting each other.
but based off what I saw,
I told her I wasn't letting
that's
her
the
go.
reason why you're in cuffs right now. Based off what I saw, because
I told her I was not letting her go. And she was telling you guys to come in the house. She said, come in, come in. Because I told her I wasn't going to let her go because she has a gun. I did not want her to shoot me, so I was holding her.
Okay, well, I'll read you your rights again.
Okay.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand these rights I have explained to you?
Yes.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me now?
Yes.
Okay. Is your name Chloe Mc...
No.
Ma'am?
No.
Is your name Teresa Simeon? Okay, let me grab a pen.
Were you coming to pick her up, or did you bring her here?
No, I was coming pick her up. That's
So
what I
she was
know.
already here?
But I don't know what's going on because I was here before you. and I walked in the door. Like when you saw me in the car,
Yeah.
I just came out of the house,
Right,
and I had put her stuff in here. So nothing was happening. She was walking out, and then
well, my question is, did you bring her here, or did she drive herself here
no, she rode with her.
from your house, or where they come
Yeah,
from?
she was just at my house last night, sleeping in my house, and
Okay.
then she drove over here, and I came to pick her up.
Okay.
I know they was just talking, and
Okay, what's your name, sir?
my name is Chris.
CHRIs?
Yes, sir.
That's short for Christopher, or it's actually Chris?
Christopher.
And what's your last name?
EONE. Yes, sir.
And what's your date of birth?
88. But I wasn't here.
No, I got you. What's a
Okay.
good contact number for you?
931.
What's the last four?
5215.
Okay.
But a domestic violence charge is supposed to be for like a marriage or a relationship type thing. But
Yeah, but if you guys, or even if you're in a polyamorous relationship, that's still considered a relationship here in Georgia. How long have you guys been dealing with each other?
Well, to be honest, not that long at all.
What would you say
Probably
that long?
Realistically, I'm gonna be honest with you. We really wasn't even really in a polyamorous relationship, personally. Just to be 100% honest with you, it was more of like a, I guess, do what we do type deal. Like,
How long was that?
probably like 3-6 months, something like that.
3 to 6 months?
3-6 months. It wasn't like I said, it wasn't long at all. Met this and that, but she's never here anyway, so it really wasn't like she just came back from Alabama, so it was not like where we're physically here, if that makes sense. Like,
Gotcha. Okay.
so it's more like a long distance. Sorry, but it's more like a long distance type deal. But I was coming here just to pick her up personally. Like,
I gotcha.
they both was yelling at each other. They both was hitting each other. So at the end of the day, I feel like I didn't see the part, but it should have been both people going regardless, because, and I have to be honest, it should be both people going because you both was contacting each other.
Well,
you both was hitting each other. So at the end of the day, I feel like, honestly, just being respectful.
No, we still got to do all the preliminary. This is just our initial investigation of everything right now, so we'll go through it. So we'll see. Let's see.
So should I do kind of wait like 5 minutes?
Hang tight. I'll get her a lot.
So you are Miss Teresa Simeon.
I'll get her about that.
Miss Simeon, what is your relationship to Chloe McConnell?
Her husband.
Your girlfriend. Of what length of time?
In July, it'll be a year.
Y'all live together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whose residence is this address?
This is Chloe's house. I come here often with her. She just was out of town and I have her keys.
Okay. Who is the man that's here right now?
That's my husband,
Okay. What is his name?
Chris.
Okay. How long have you been over here at this address presently?
I stay here for some time and then I go home and stay at home sometime.
How long have you been here presently?
3 days.
Okay. Tell me what's transpired over these last 3 days.
She came back from Alabama. I was staying here. And
So you were here while she was in Alabama?
yes, I have her keys and signed for packages and stuff. So she just got back from Alabama. I noticed that this one particular girl kept calling her, and I asked her about it. She told me the girl was just a friend. And I said,
repeat that for me. Just slow
I
down.
kept asking her about the girl that kept calling the phone,
Okay.
and she said that she just was a friend. And then I said, okay. I said, well, you told me if anything was going on between y'all. She said, yeah, I'll tell you. And I said, okay. I said, then the girl, she was calling her and texting her. I said, well, that just don't seem like a friend. And why you not going to answer the phone if it's just your friend? Just answer the phone and tell her you're busy. And, and then that was it, really. I only asked her about the one girl. A lot of other people I had in question throughout the years. But she told me that one of them was her godfather. And then the other guy was her ex, and she wasn't dealing with him anymore. And she don't go backwards.
Now let me stop you. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, well this young lady here, she's just going to pass you down. I'm going to continue asking you some questions so I can get a good picture of what's going on in here tonight. This is Miss Threesome Simeon. Based off what I observed when I got here was the cries from inside of I'm not letting you go, I'm not letting you go. And when I walked in, Miss Simeon had her hands in the braids of Miss Chloe and did not let go upon command, and we had to use the exigent circumstances to enter because no one would answer the door. So that's the reason why she's in cuffs right now, and I'm just further investigating.
Got any weapons on me? No, ma'am. Okay. Anything sharp that might poke me? No, ma'am.
On the way to the laundromat now. Call from a 911 only number, no further.
Got any money phone in your wallet?
I forgot I had 2 whole pins right here in my shirt the whole time. I'm not used to wearing this shirt.
Did you got it?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Do you need anything else from me?
No, no.
Okay.
You can have a seat for me, Miss Simeon.
See you later.
Ma'am. Okay, so this is Friday technically, so you were there Tuesday. Tuesday is when you first got here?
She got it.
Oh, she arrived. But what day did you get here? You say you've been here for 3 days.
Oh, I've been did the 3 days with her when she got here, but prior to that, I was here by myself off and on because I had a key to her house.
Okay, so Chloe arrived maybe Tuesday.
Chloe been gone for a month, sir.
Okay, gone for a month but came back Tuesday?
Yeah, I believe it was Tuesday.
Okay. And when she came back, you during the time before she came back on Tuesday, you had been receiving calls from another female on whose phone?
No, I haven't been receiving any calls. I've been texting Chloe and asking her, like, you know, how's your day going and stuff like that. When do she think she'll be back? She just is like, you know, she don't know when she's going to come back. I said, well, we've been gone for a while. And she said, well, I don't know, but I think I'm going to come back this day. And then I said, okay. But I noticed, like, when she was gone, after 9 o'clock, she would never answer my phone calls or texts.
Okay. After how long she wasn't answering your phone calls or texts?
After 9 p.m.
Okay, after 9 p.m. Okay, but you were earlier telling me about a female who was calling. Whose phone was that female calling?
She was calling Chloe's phone.
Okay, while Chloe was here.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, all day since she's been back, she's been calling and texting and calling and texting.
Okay, the female was calling and texting.
Yeah.
Okay. Did that female give her name?
Her name is Amber.
Okay. Do you know Amber?
No, sir, I don't. Chloe told me that she met her like maybe a week or 2 after she was in Montgomery for a month.
Okay. Okay, so where was Chloe? Like, how did you speak to this female? Did you go and get Chloe's phone?
No, sir.
Okay.
So me and Chloe, we was having a movie night, and I was putting something on. Her remote is lost, so she had the Roku remote on her phone. So I had the phone putting on a movie. While I was putting on the movie, Chloe fell asleep. So I looked through her text messages between her and the girl that I had in question, and they are having a sexual relationship. And not even that, she's having a sexual relationship with her husband as well.
The text messages revealed that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And when she is in a sexual relationship with me and my husband.
Okay.
51 to 5 Bravo 3. Copy that. 71.
Was Amber one of the names in the text messages in a relationship with her?
Yes, and Amber's husband. But Chloe is supposed to be me and my husband's girlfriend.
Okay.
But I guess she is having sex with other people, and she's putting me in danger of transmitted diseases.
Okay, so how did you confront Chloe?
Not even that, sir. She's talking back to her other guy. That's another guy. His name is Terrence.
Okay.
So she's having a sexual relationship with him as well.
Amber's husband and Terrence.
Amber, I guess she has his name in there as King. So Amber and King, she's having sex with them. She's having sex with this guy named Terrence.
Okay.
And she's also having sex with her godfather that she told me that was her godfather. His name is PJ.
Okay. So
I woke up. I started getting on my clothes. And then I said, Chloe, I'm about to get ready to go home. She said, I called my husband and I told him, can you please come get me? I told him, I'm about to get ready to go.
You started putting on your clothes and you were able to get your phone and call your husband to come and get you?
Yeah, I said, could you please come and get me?
Okay, where was Chloe at during this time?
She was asleep.
Okay.
And so I told my husband to come get me. And I told her, and I woke her up, I said, Chloe, I'm about to get ready to go home. She asked me why. And I said, I can't believe that you're doing this to me. And she said, doing what? And I said, I can't believe you cheating on me with all these different people. This girl.
Hi, Bravo 3. I came from Bonaventure in Delaware. If you went on Bonaventure, to start checking around Raskin in Victory Heights, this area.
And then she bought me a ring because she wanted to marry me. And I was like, I don't understand why you're doing this. I said, it's not even just one person, it's multiple people. Like you a hoe or something. Multiple people. And it was like, how could you do this to me? And she was like, you need to get your stuff and you need to leave. And though I wasn't leaving, I said, how can you do this to me? And she said, you need to leave my house. I said, I don't have nowhere to go. And Chris, my husband, he wasn't here yet. Because I told her I wasn't leaving. And then I was just giving all my stuff, and I said,
I see somebody on a bike.
Like
they're down by 37.
why would you do this to me? And she said, I never gave a fuck about you. That's when we got into the physical altercation.
Tell me about it.
When she told me that she don't give a fuck about me. That's my kid. And then she started fighting me. We started fighting each other. And she was like, he's back on me. And I said, I'm not even going to fight you anymore. I'm just going to hold you here until the police come. I'm done. And I told her I'm not going to let her go because she does have a firearm. So I didn't want to let her go so she won't get her gun.
So tell me about the punch.
Punched her.
Tell me how that came about.
She walked up in my face and she said, I don't give a fuck about you. And she pushed me.
When you felt like a punch was the appropriate response?
Was it?
But you punched her.
Metro units prepare to copy signal 37 lookout. Lookout for Ronald Lee Matthews, 75 years of age, but male.
Where was Chris? Because when we arrived, Chris was sitting out here. When we walked into the door's open. Where was he during all this time?
He was out here.
He never entered the residence at any time?
He entered the residence and he got my bag, some of my bags. And then I was about to get the rest of my stuff, and that's when I asked him the question. Well, he was outside.
So y'all weren't fighting when he came in? And he just was sitting outside the entire time while the struggle happened, and...
Yeah, and we was tussling back and forth, and I told her she said, let me go, but she specified more than one time she has a gun. Okay. So I did not let her go. So that's why I was just holding her until you guys came to break us apart.
Okay, but we knocked on the door several times.
She said, come in. We were saying, come in, come in.
Why didn't you release her at that point once we announced ourselves as police?
Because she was trying to hit me. That's why. She was trying to hit me. That's why I did not let her go. And that's why when you came over there, I let my hand go.
We'll go talk to Chris for a minute, and then I'll come back. I just want to talk to him.
Officer. Oh, okay. What's going on right here?
Oh, I work for Apple.
Oh, okay.
Let me give you.
I'm sorry, I'll come right. Okay, so I know you talked to the other officer already.
Yeah,
just kind of. So just backfill me, and I feel bad having you repeat everything, but just tell me what happened, just so I can make sure between the both of us we got the story straight.
Okay, so essentially, quote unquote, we were messing around with each other.
Okay, and how long would you say that?
Since like the 1st of August last year, because it was around her birthday.
Okay.
So I was messing around or whatever. Didn't really take it serious. Told her I wasn't really ready for a relationship in that sense or whatever. She said, okay, cool. So we just having fun, messing around with each other. What I was about to say? Okay, so tonight, so she was like, okay, I need a break from my kids, everything. So I was like, okay, you can come over and spend the night. Watched, put on a movie around 12 o'clock. I guess I had my phone unlocked and we went to sleep because I had to use my phone connected to the Roku TV. I went to sleep. And I guess she looked through my phone, found out that I was messing around with somebody else. And that's when everything kind of like transpired. And she was calling names, this, that, and the third. I told her to leave my house multiple times. I called the police. I said, if you want to leave my house, I'll get the police to come get you so you can leave my house. And she was like, I'm not leaving your house, I'm not leaving your house. I said, then I called her husband like 3 or 4 times. He was like, okay, I'm on the way. He came before y'all. She was packing up her stuff like she was about to go. He putting her stuff in the car and everything. She asked me a question. I answered a question. That's when she literally hit me in the mouth. And I told her to let me go. I said, let me go. She was holding my hair. She said, I'm not letting go. I'm not letting go. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I told y'all to come in like 3 times. Then that's when y'all came in and y'all separated us.
All right. So what's the guy's part in this? Who is he?
He's her husband.
Okay. And so the 3 of you are like in a I guess a polyamorous lifestyle relationship.
Me and her like more into it than he is.
Okay.
But yeah, we did all 3 mess around.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So in the state of so in this, I thought that somebody came in. So in the state of Georgia, that still constitutes a domestic relationship, essentially, even though it's not like a traditional relationship, like husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, or relationship, kids, or whatever. So just based off of everything that we initially saw and what the officer first observed, that's why Miss
Copy that.
Simeon, yeah, that's why she is kind of getting arrested at the moment. We're still just trying to get facts together and putting everything together. I just wanted to come talk to you so that we can make sure between all three parties, everybody kind of understand what's going on here. Okay.
Basically, she found out that I was messing with someone else. Like I said, that's why I guess when it transpired, told her to leave my house, then she started hitting on me and everything. Like I told him, I'm a veteran. I'm not about to lose that title, that reputation.
Okay. Well, let me go touch bases with him, and I'll be back with you in a second here.
Okay.
The government.
Mr. Chris.
Yes, sir.
I'm Officer Thomas.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask a bit.
Sorry, I ain't got nothing.
Did this officer get your full name and date of birth
Yes,
information?
sir. He got my name, address, or whatever. He got my phone number, my name, and yeah, I gave it to him.
So I want to ask you a couple questions about
That's fine.
what you witnessed when you got here. Like, how did all of this begin for you tonight?
So I'm gonna give you the truth. You mind if I tell her I'll call her back real quick so I can talk to you?
Sure.
I don't want it to be. I don't want to be on. Alicia, I'll call you back in a minute. All right, bye. Yeah, I don't want. So essentially,
And first off, I'll be straight up with you. The reason why she's in cuffs is because exigent circumstances. I felt like we had to enter the apartment.
No. You didn't know that. Explain to me. I know. I went to school for criminal justice too, so I already understand the whole
I just
concept.
we'll feel better.
I'm just gonna close. I'm not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no. So just to be honest with you, regardless of whatever happens, like I was telling this officer here, when I came here, I got a call about 1 o'clock. I got 4 kids.
Okay.
4 kids. They're all under like 5, 6, whatever. That's my kids. I left my kids at home. Came here to pick her up because I already know what was going on. The whole time I told my wife this was a bad idea, right? Since day one.
What did your wife tell you when she called you?
Nothing, but that's why me and the person I was on the phone with were confused because she basically, so essentially when she called me, we was talking regular. They went out tonight, went out to go eat at Graffito's, whatever the pizza shop. Everything was fine. They was smiling, laughing, happy. So I'm at home, we're talking. So I thought everything was good. Good night. You know. About 1 o'clock, I'm gonna be real. My wife was like, "Oh, I'm mad at her." They wanted to do some stuff, right? You understand what I'm saying? They want to do some stuff. Long story short, the girl, she didn't want to do nothing. I told my wife, I said, well, I've been telling you since day one that she's doing something.
So say that again. So she wanted to do something, but she didn't want to do something.
They both kind of want to always, when they get together, they always want to have contact. Not physical, sexual contact, basically. I just
wanted to be clear on what you said.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm trying to write it as I
okay,
go.
perfect.
So,
I'll be more
so
direct
she
with
wanted to do something, but she didn't.
Yeah, because she only wants to do it when she wants to do it. So essentially, she was giving clues earlier during the day that she wanted to do it. So my wife was like, okay. So my wife got back. She was like, oh, I'm trying to do it, but she don't love me nothing. That was fine. So she went to take a shower.
Okay.
After that, my wife calls me back and like, started sending me pictures on her phone. Different people that she had encounters with. I was like,
All the big messages that she found in Chloe's phone.
yeah. So I was like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to come? Or do you want me to not come get you? She's like, no, come get me. That's why I'm here. I came to pick her up. She's very verbally abusive. My wife is never physically abusive. That's why because like I told him, when I first came here, before you came, I was already here. I walked in, she was at the door, I put all her bags in the trunk, and these was the last bit I had
Were
to
they fighting when you walked in?
No.
Where were they?
My wife was at the door. Employee was right there. She walked out the back room. So no, they never fought at all. Even when I didn't know you guys were called, but even when you was called, they wasn't fighting. They was just talking. So I got the bags, I put them in the trunk. And then when I sat in the car for a second, my wife's like, hold on a second, she was gonna ask something. So apparently she asked her, did you ever care about me? Or why did you do this? She said, because I don't give a fuck about you, to be honest. And so, I guess, but I was in the car, like I said, so when I saw you go up there, I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's where you went. And so they both was on each other. So that's what I was explaining to him. They both was on each other. So I feel like personally, if we being fair against the law, if anybody's going, it should be both people. I say I'm not going to neglect anything on this side because that's my wife. But I feel like I came to pick her up. Like I explained to him, my wife ain't got no history. She ain't got no charge. She ain't got nothing. I feel like it should have been a ticket given out because as soon as you came in, there was no extra anything like that. There was nothing towards you, nothing towards after that. I'm here just to pick her up, take her home, get this over with. I'm never come over here. Like I told my wife, like you told him in there, I ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm trying to go. I'm moving back to Atlanta. We moved to Atlanta.
Well, you know, Georgia law states that in a domestic relationship, an arrest shall be made. And that arrest is based off whoever is determined to be the predominant aggressor.
Well, they both was on each other. Nobody was predominant here. I mean, it just looked like that when you walked in because she had her hair, but nobody was really predominant, to be honest with you. They both was on each other. So,
yeah, what I saw was when we walked up and we knocked, and I heard something that was undiscernible at first, but it was definitely a female's voice. So we walked closer and we started listening. It was 164.
Okay.
So once we started listening, we kept hearing sounds of a struggle.
Yeah, but there was no, like I was saying to him, there's no domestic, like, you mean domestic as in relationships, right? But
Yes.
There's no domestic relationship because it really, like I was explaining to him, because my wife was not explaining it, and she would explain the same way, is there's no relationship here. There was more of like a fun time. Like, she's never here, so there's no relationship to be like me and my wife live together, or you married, like y'all live together, y'all always with each other. It's not like that. She's always in Alabama. She's always gone. So it's not a physical, I mean, you get what I'm saying? It's not like a relationship over here. But like I was explaining to him, like, my job was to drive over here to pick her up and take her home, make sure there was no problems.
How long did it take you to get here, sir?
Realistically, about 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Yes, sir. I drove from Clearwater. Took me about, honestly, about 35, 40 minutes. Like I said, I got 4 kids at home. I got a daughter that's 16, a daughter that's 12 and a daughter that's 17. I was like, look, and I got a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old, so I was like, look, y'all just sit here. They sleep, but my daughter just got born. I was like, look, just sit here. I gotta go get your mom. Came here, that was my goal, get her, take her home. Because she already told me after tonight, I even have it in my messages, she told me after tonight, or whatever, I'm never coming back here again. So that was the whole goal.
This is what I determined when after we were listening and we heard the sounds of the struggle, the female voice sounded like it was just in distress saying, I'm not letting you go, I'm not letting you go. So we gave verbal commands and we knocked several times loudly for someone to come to the door. And in response we got, I'm not letting go, I'm not letting go. So that was when I decided to test the doorknob to see if I could get in, because now I feel like somebody's safety, life safety is in danger, so I feel like I need to get in.
We don't physically know, not just try to deteriorate people or whatever, but we don't physically know who was saying what, because they both had each other.
I know, I hear it, so that just tells me to go in, because I got to stop whatever's going on.
Right, what I'm saying.
So, and when I went in, I saw Miss Threesome. She had hold of Chloe's braids. She had her, and Chloe couldn't do it now. Chloe was reaching up, but she didn't make any strike or anything, but Threesome had her braids.
Yeah, so I mean, I just feel like there was really, in that situation, nobody really physically doing anything. They're just holding each other. That's it.
She has control of her in that way.
But it's not really no physical. I mean, I can't argue with you.
I just want to explain it so you can see why I did what I did.
I just feel like there was no physical force to be where I have to arrest you.
140 to 5 Bravo 3.
I feel like there's way more stuff out here, like people getting killed or people actually physically fist fighting.
I feel you, but when you have the physical entanglement that I witnessed firsthand, and I gave verbal commands for it to be stopped before I even got over there, and she did not let go until I went over there and physically.
I mean, that's anybody, but I understand. I understand, but that's anybody.
And both of them have admitted to being in a dating relationship for 1 month shy of a year.
Yeah, but like I told him, I feel like they both, if anything, they both should be arrested, because at the end of the day, they both was in a physical altercation. We have to be fair across the board here.
Yeah, but I have to go off what I saw and the commands that I gave, and there was no compliance from my commands.
You seen them both entangled with each other.
From what I saw, and it was recorded on my body cam, what I saw was Miss Threesome in control of that hold, and she did not let go upon my command to let go.
Okay.
She held her until I physically separated them. So being that, and both of their admittance to being in an intimate relationship, that's the reason why she's in cuffs. And she made a statement that she punched Chloe in the mouth. Chloe does have a visible bruise on her lip. Chloe said that she punched her, so that's the reason why she's in cuffs right now.
Okay.
So I have to go in here and I have to follow up with Chloe for just a moment, and we'll go from there.
Feel okay?
No.
Circumstances excluded, of course. Unfortunately, it took something like this for you to realize it ain't worth it, you know?
It's not.
I mean,
Like, you putting me in danger just doing that with other people. And then just kept lying about it. And I asked him multiple times. We just came from downtown too.
I'm sorry?
I said we just came from downtown too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's going on down there? Just hanging out?
Yeah, we got something to eat. We was taking pictures.
Okay. I understand. I understand.
Zone 6, terror motion, no contact with fuel.
I have 4 kids. I do not need a record.
You and your husband have 4 kids?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Can you cup these in the front?
I'm sorry?
Is there any way you could cup these in the front? Because my arms hurt.
Unfortunately, no, we can't. Or is it too tight or just because it's behind your back there?
No, my arms is hurting.
Okay, we'll have them adjusted a little bit here, but no, unfortunately, we can't put them in the front. How long would you say you guys have been in a relationship? Like, I know you said like August, or no, she said August.
She said August?
Well, she said it was like somewhere on your birthday or something.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm trying to, because we're trying to establish like the domestic capacity. So like,
Since July.
since July. Okay, so it's been a while. Okay. Okay.
140 to 5 Bravo 3, can you go to talk?
I'm gonna go in there and follow up with Chloe real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, 1095.
Okay.
So what happened to you though? That's all. Or should I just wait till you come back out?
She probably is going, because I've determined her to be the predominant aggressor, she probably is going to be charged and arraigned in the morning and given a bond. So she will be going to Chatham County Detention Center tonight.
Where's that?
Carl Griffin Drive.
So how do I figure, I mean not figure, but how do I get her out there essentially?
She in domestic violence cases, she has to see a judge to get a bond.
That's not gonna be, she has 72 hours to see a judge, right?
That'll be in the morning.
Oh, she will go.
Yeah, she'll be in front of a judge in the morning, and they'll give her a bond most likely.
Is that usually early?
It's usually about 9-10 a.m.
Oh. So she has to see a judge. Once they give her a bond, how do I know this information? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I've never been through anything like this.
Well, basically, she'll be allowed to call you, and she'll tell you what that is.
Is it gonna be a lot from what you notice?
Usually, it's like 10%. Say if her bond is like $1,000, it'd be $100.
But she still got to pay $1,000, but
No, just $100.
so why do you
If she was to reoffend during the period, then you pay $1,000. Yeah, then you have to do all that.
Can I just tell I'm leaving? Whatever.
Yeah, go right
I'm not
ahead.
trying to do anything. I just want to go home.
Do you know what that means? 1095.
That is a police call for arrest. That's like our code.
So he's gonna arrest me.
Mm.
But I didn't do anything. But I didn't even do anything.
Well, so ideally, I think originally either you or her, like one of you guys mentioned about filing charges, whatever. So when it comes to domestic violence in Georgia, like that's a state thing. That's nothing to do with either one of it. Like if both of you were like, we don't want to press charges, we just want to go home. It was no big deal. Like the state of Georgia went into domestic capacity, and domestic capacity being husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, share a kid, family members, blah blah blah. I'm pretty sure that pertains to relationships wise, even if it's polyamorous style relationships. So because there was a physical altercation as it pertains to domestic partnership, that's what supersedes any other reason to non-arrest. So for this situation, we essentially have to. It's a state law.
So what about her? Because she was fighting me too.
Right. And she's getting arrested as well.
That's not fair.
Yeah. That's why he's at 1095. Okay.
You're gonna be alright, man. It's alright. You're gonna be alright. Don't worry about it. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. And I don't, you know me, I should have left when I told you to leave, man. You should have left when the police should told you to leave, when I told you to leave. If I would have knew the police would have been over earlier, honestly. It's gonna be alright, man. Keep your head up. He said you gotta see a judge. Well, most likely, I tried to fight for you personally. I'm not gonna lie to you. I tried because I feel like I've been I went to school for this, so I know how it works. I tried to fight for you, and I told him you're not aggressive, but I can't do nothing. I mean, but sometimes don't worry. Just call me whenever you get there. And how long before they usually call?
It varies. Whatever their processing time frame looks like, I'm not sure.
And then as soon as you find out, whatever you find out.
So this is gonna be in my record.
Yeah.
It's not a felony though. It's not a felony, so it's not.
It's 3 o'clock. More likely, she'll just be in there 6 hours.
Okay.
That arraignment's usually about 9:45.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave you like that. As soon as you find out, I'm gonna come pay it. He said it's like maybe 10% or whatever it is. Don't worry about it, man. We don't. It's a lesson we got. It's a lesson we got to learn. All right, keep your head up. All right, love you. Carl Griffin is that Shadow Parkway?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank y'all.
You all right?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure he was sleeping. I didn't want to leave you alone with him, so I'm going here and follow up, do my DV lethality questions, and grab my. Could you reach in that front seat and hand me the skinny binder, the metal one, not the plastic one? It's in the bag.
Oh, okay. You said the skinny one,
Yes, sir. The metal one.
not the plastic one.
Yes, sir.
The metal one. It's a heavy binder right here.
Thank you, sir. Full of all the
Full of
forms.
knowledge in there.
Full of all the forms the precinct doesn't have anymore.
Gotcha. We'll try to get this done as soon as possible.
If you could you start the A and B for me? The door is locked, but you can just hit that door lock to unlock it. Which room are you in?
I'm in the living room.
Okay. So, I want to get a photo of the wound on your lip, and I want to ask you 11 questions pertaining to family violence, because she said, she gave me the exact same answer that you did, that y'all were in an intimate relationship for 1 month short of a year. Husband was trying to dispute that, but I'm sorry, I told him, it is what it is. When I came to the front door, we heard her, it was undiscernible at the time, but we heard a female voice sounded like it was emotional or in distress. So that is why we walked up and we listened, and then when we heard it again and it sounded like, I'm not letting you go, we knocked and announced ourselves as police. No one answered the door. We knocked again, And after a brief period, we walked in because I felt, I tested the lock.
Yeah, that's why I told y'all. I didn't know if y'all could hear me or not. I said, come in.
No, I couldn't hear you at all. I just heard that I'm not letting you go. So I tested the doorknob to see if we could get in. And that's when I came over here and I saw her holding your braids. And she was definitely in control at that point. And even when I gave verbal commands as I approached, she did not release you. So based off that, your statement, and while you were talking to me, I overheard her out here saying that she punched you in the mouth. In further investigation, she is under arrest for battery domestic violence. So if you could you stand in the light for me really, really quickly?
I don't know where this blood came from. I don't know where that blood came from.
That's not from...
I don't know. That's why I was checking too.
Okay. Could you part your lips?
Like that?
It looks like there's a mark on the inside where your lip might have scraped against your teeth at, right where you're touching
I
it.
feel it on the top one too.
Yes, ma'am. Hold it still for just a second. Thank you. You feel it on the top lip as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I do see something. Okay. I don't see anything else.
Yeah, I think that's there.
Okay. And also I feel like, she had ample time to walk away because her husband told me that it was a 40-minute drive from Pooler.
Yeah,
And
she said some Pooler.
whatever she confronted you about, she had ample time to walk away. She could have called us. She could have stayed in a different room. But she says that you started fighting her, and she also says that y'all started fighting together. Mm-hmm. Did you ever threaten her with a gun or tell her that you had a gun?
Oh, no.
Okay. Do you own a gun?
Oh, no.
Okay. So basically, the questions I want to ask, did Kervin get a phone number for you?
I think you got my phone.
I have a phone
No,
number?
I think he did get my phone number.
Let me check my notes.
If not, you can definitely get it.
Okay. What is your phone number, Miss Chloe?
504 812.
Do you have an email as well?
Yes, it's CH. @gmail.com.
Five one Bravo 1. Go ahead. You can move me around to the 27.
Has she ever used a weapon against you or threatened you with a weapon?
I know.
Has she threatened to kill you or your children?
She did say that tonight.
Okay, do you think she might try to kill you?
No, but she says she's going to keep my car.
Does she have a gun or can she get one easily?
I think her husband has a gun.
Okay.
He's also a veteran.
Has she ever tried to choke you?
She did tonight.
Is she violently or constantly jealous, or does she control most of your daily activities?
Oh, repeat that question?
Is she violently or constantly jealous, or does she control most of your daily activities?
No.
Have you ever left her or separated after living together or being married? These questions are kind of weird, but...
Yeah, we don't live together, so no.
Is she unemployed?
Yes, she is unemployed.
Has she ever tried to kill herself?
No.
Do you have a child that she knows is not hers? And again, these are just...
No, all her children are hers.
Does she follow, spy on you, or leave threatening messages?
No.
Okay, is there anything...
You said... Oh, no, she doesn't do that one.
Okay, is there anything else that concerns you about your safety?
I mean, I'm just... From what happened, transpired tonight, like I said, I just got a car, and she did say she is going to kids. That is my main concern. So I don't know. She said I told her I was going to get a restraining order. She said that's just a piece of paper. So I don't know what my next step is going to be after that.
No, she admitted to it. So if anything like that happens, I'm pretty sure, they're going to inform her she needs to stay away from you. What we do when we book someone into the Chatham County Jail is we fill out what's called a victim notification card, where we put your number down and we put the crime and the name of the arrestee, and you are notified. There are 3 attempts to notify you when that person is about to bond out. Okay. So they'll notify you ahead of time so that it gives you a little bit of time to get things in place that you need, such as that restraining order. And it may be a piece of paper to her, but it's a trip to jail for us if something happens, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So you said she tried to choke you tonight.
Yes, she did.
How did that happen and when did it happen?
That was a little bit before y'all came in. We was right here. She asked me a question. I answered her question, and then she tried to do that. And then we bumped in here, and then I bent down, and then that's where she got my hair.
With one hand?
No, she did it with both.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to ask you some strangulation questions.
Okay.
But based off this protocol here, one of your answers did activate our protocol, which is to notify Safe Shelter. Do you wish to speak to them tonight? You don't have to. It's just basically it's like if you don't have anywhere else to go, they offer you a place to go at what no one knows about. And it's a safe place for.
Yeah, I'm willing to do that.
Do you wish to speak to them?
Not tonight, but do you have a card?
Yes, ma'am. Their numbers on a card I'm going to give you. Yes, you don't have to speak to them tonight. She's going to jail tonight. Okay, so.
And you said I will be notified 3 times via mail?
Yes, ma'am. The deputies are going to make 3 attempts to notify you when she's about to bond out.
Okay.
They always do it before, never after. It's just to inform you that she is getting out. But she doesn't stay here, so she has no reason to be over here. So what I would do is petition the court for a order of protection, what's called a TPO, temporary protective order. That's free of charge to you at no cost. All you have to do is contact the court. Prosecutors should be contacting you. I want to say maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for that. And one of our one of our family violence detectives should follow up with you. And I'm also going to provide you with the number for them in case you want to speak directly to them.
Okay.
So.
Like I said, my main concern is my car. That is definitely my main concern.
Okay. Okay. Did she put her hands on an object on your neck?
No. Oh, she did hit hands, yes.
Okay. What was the method? Was it 1 or 2 hands?
It was 2 hands.
No object, any forearm?
Mm-mm.
How much pressure was used between, like, we'll say 1 is the least and 10 is the most?
It was 10, because I definitely could not breathe.
What did she say while she was strangling you?
She would say, I'm about to kill you, bitch.
How long, were you shaking simultaneously while being strangled?
Yes.
Describe it.
It was definitely, like, she had 2, and I was just, like stuck, but I was definitely shaking.
So was she shaking you violently?
Oh, was she shaking me or was I shaking? No,
Was she shaking you?
No. She wasn't shaking me. I'm so sorry.
How long did she strangle you?
For about 3 to 5 seconds. And then I pushed away, and then that's when she grabbed my hair.
How many times were you strangled?
One time.
And was it in the way, it was the way you described, two hands, and then you duck your chin down,
And pushed away, and then that's when she grabbed my hair.
Okay. Did you black out?
No.
Any lightheadedness?
No.
Is your throat raspy?
No.
Okay, do you have any difficulty breathing right now? Any trouble swallowing or any pain in your throat right now?
No.
Did you vomit, urinate, or defecate as a result of being strangled?
No.
Have you changed clothes since this happened?
No.
Any prior incidents of strangulation?
Oh, no.
Okay, give me 1 minute. I gotta call my supervisor. I'm gonna come back with your CRN card, but in cases where we have strangulation, I have to let them know because we have to decide whether we're gonna call that detective out.
Okay.
46 to 41.
It's 41, go ahead.
Do we have a CRN already?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me take a look at it here. This one right here?
Yeah.
He says, what's wrong with it?
Like the clamp part is really tight.
Okay. Can I have you just spin around a little bit in your chair so I can get to it here? I know they aren't very comfortable. I guess they're essentially not supposed to be, but it seems actually super loose. Was it?
I guess because I have to put it behind me. It's like cutting off my circulation a little bit.
Because it's definitely pretty loose. I know it's not very comfortable. I apologize, but
It's not.
unfortunately I can't not have you in them.
Yeah. I understand.
Huh?
You have to call the lady back for her too.
Call the lady back?
You have to like pat her down.
Oh, I'm not sure what he's doing with her in there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Well, yeah. So essentially, whenever we go to calls, like,
You can't say if she's gonna be able to get arrested too.
well, I can.
41.
Hang on. It's 41. Go ahead.
We have a CRN already.
10-4. It's 008. So whenever we go to calls,
140.
like one officer is essentially the primary officer who kind of makes the decisions about everything, and I just essentially serve as like a additional person, liaison, advice giver, or whatever. So he's the primary officer on this call. So essentially, he makes the decisions about everything that's going on. So I particularly don't want to say yes, this is going to happen if he thinks otherwise. So we just kind of work together to make the decision for the call. But this is essentially his call. I'm just here backing him up. So I don't want to give you any information that may not be in his plans to do.
So this type of thing they don't let you off for the money.
No, like I said, and like I said, when it comes to domestic stuff, that completely changes everything. Because like I said, it takes the earnest out of your hands, out of our hands, because there's plenty of things as officers we have leeway to do, everything from if we want to write a ticket on a traffic stop to, if we want to have a report that, or, instead of taking somebody to jail, depending on what the circumstances, we can just not. But when it comes to domestic violence, that completely changes a lot of things. It takes a lot of things out of our hands. Because the state of Georgia essentially says you will do A, B, and C when it comes to domestic stuff. Now, had you guys been like friends and weren't in any kind of partnership or anything, it probably could have went different. Maybe. It probably would have been maybe like a misdemeanor level arrest where you guys were cited but just released to go home. But like domestic violence stuff, you got to go downtown for that. That's not even. I mean, like I said, it's not orthodox, but I mean that's what it is.
I don't even know what they call it because it's like.
Well, I mean, it's like that now because you realize that a lot of it wasn't even possibly true, but and I hate that happened. I really do. Right.
I mean, I don't even know. Like I said, I don't even know what to call it because now we're friends and not friends.
Yeah, I would.
I don't even know what this is.
I would personally move away from it. Like I mean, unfortunately, it's got you in this situation physically right now, but I think, an hour ago from now, I think you probably learned everything you needed to know about her. So that's enough for you to move on from it. It's not worth trying to go back and salvage. You've already seen that ugly side of her that you didn't like, which obviously got this situation started. Like, it's not even worth going back trying to salvage it or trying to ask questions about why. Just like, fuck it, like it's over. Just move on from that. And I see it so many times that people double back to situations that are just not healthy for them. It's you literally saw everything you needed to see tonight. So, and you know now it's not worth it. I don't care what she said or what it felt like, or it's not worth it. Move on from it. Because at the end of the day, she could be happy out here having fun and doing whatever, but she's not thinking about the folks she hurt,
Yeah.
And unfortunately, breaking hearts isn't a crime, but breaking somebody's face is, So, I mean, it's no crime.
She hit me too, so
Not
like she wasn't hitting me. We ended up like that, but it was a mutual thing. We was hitting each other.
Yeah, you've unfortunately you learn what we call a hard lesson, but I hope you learn the lesson. Now it's not worth it. It's definitely worth moving on.
I feel like this lesson is for me it's too hard of a lesson.
I mean, that's
because I have 4 kids, and she know I have 4 kids, and I'm a mother. I do not need this on my background. And at the end of the day, it's like, what are we anyway? Just playing games with people. I can't even call her my girlfriend because what is it? Essentially, it feels like it was like a prostitution situation.
I don't know if it was that bad, but I mean, I can understand how violated you probably felt when you saw the stuff you saw, Like, nobody wants to be in that situation. But hopefully it was an eye-opener for you.
Yeah, but not one person, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it makes it even worse, yeah. Makes it even worse, I'm sure. Even worse.
Do you mind if I take a quick look at your eyes really quickly? Do you have any ringing in your ears or anything like that?
No, not really.
Okay. Your eyes hurt or anything like that? Okay, it's not, light's kind of bright, but not that bright. So, my victim, Chloe, says that Theresia strangled her. I asked her the strangulation question. She said it was only for about 3 seconds, but she said it was 10 pressure, but she has no raspy voice, none of the symptoms or anything, doesn't want EMS, and that's basically it.
She didn't lose consciousness or bowels or
No, sir.
not be able to breathe.
No, sir, none of that. She said at first she felt like she couldn't breathe, but it was so short that, you know, she was able to lower her neck and push away, and she was pushed into a wall, and that's when we walked in, when the suspect had her in like a kind of wrestling hold by her braids.
Okay. And she said, fuck, I don't remember where I was going with that.
The defecation and all that stuff.
Alright, so there was no marks, you said?
No, sir, no redness in the eyes. She doesn't have any ringing in her ears or any of the classic symptoms.
Alright, just make sure you put all that in your report then. I ain't calling nobody out for that shit.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you, it's a husband and wife, and this girl here, the victim, is their girlfriend. It's a three-way, and
Wait, what?
yes, so the girl is over here visiting her girlfriend, and she stays off and on here. They've been in a relationship for 1 month shy of a year. Their girlfriends.
So they're a throuple?
Yes. And so the girl, the wife, the one that's married, found out that the girl inside had been cheating on her. So she called her husband first. She had the presence of mind to call her husband, but then she lets emotion come over her, and they get into a physical altercation. We get here and we hear, "I'm not letting go, I'm not letting go." And so we knock, we announce ourselves, nobody comes to the door, all we hear is, "I'm not letting go." So I decided, let me try to lock to see if we can get in there, because the husband's sitting outside the whole time. He didn't come over to do anything. So I go in, and when I go in, I approach him. I'm giving verbal commands for the suspect to let the victim go. She would not let her hair go. I had to go over there and physically separate them. The victim had been punched in the mouth, and then the suspect admitted that she punched her in the mouth. So because of that, I determined my predominant aggressor.
Sounds good to me.
Yes,
Sounds
sir.
like you got battery or whatever. They
Yes.
got mark or cut lip or something?
Yes, sir. She has 2 marks on the upper and top lip and the bottom lip, where it looks like her lip was cut when the blow hit her, and she had some blood on her top lip, but she wiped it off. But I still took a picture anyway.
Rough. I like it.
So she's
Hilarious.
trying to plead, saying she's got 4 kids, but you had time to walk off. She said what set her off is that Chloe said, "I don't give a fuck about you." So that's what set Threesome off and made her get into a fight with her.
All right, man. Good job.
Yes, sir. All right, we rolling.
All right, see ya.
Bye-bye.
And he probably over there believing everything that she's saying.
For Bravo 129,
She's just
1029
a
Shawnee
liar.
Street,
She's
Building
a
L.
grade A
On the
liar.
3rd floor,
I'll give you that.
females that have been arguing for an hour. Unknown
And
exact
she up there
apartment
probably
number.
trying to sweet talk him, and she do everybody. This girl is a liar. She even have a 72-year-old sugar daddy.
72?
72.
Ew, that sounds gross. I know it's not very comfortable back there. These are actually the spacious vehicles. My car, you do not want to be in the backseat of that thing. It's like being in a closet.
Something right there. I guess the seatbelt.
It's probably a seatbelt.
Yeah, it's probably my phone.
You said come in? Yeah. Okay, I just come to tell you that we're going on to the jail now. Okay. Okay, so you can come and lock your door. Okay, so we getting ready to roll. I talked to Corporal Scheller. No DV detective is going to be called out for this one. Okay. It's just simply going to be a patrol arrest. So, Miss Threesome, let me make sure I got your name right. Miss Threesome, at this point you are under arrest for domestic violence battery. When you get there, you'll be given a chance to phone for a private attorney. You'll be given a chance to use your phone. You can call your husband, you can arrange for an attorney, or you can request a public defender. You'll probably be arraigned in about 5 hours. And at that point, you'll be given a bond. Because tonight, I did find you as the predominant aggressor. And as required by Georgia law, the predominant aggressor has to be charged.
She's not going to jail either?
No, ma'am.
Why is
We are only
that?
required to arrest the predominant aggressor.
How am I the predominant aggressor?
Well, based off your statement, her statement, and your husband's statement, you called him before any altercation took place. He had a 40-minute drive from Pooler, so there was time for you to separate yourself from that situation.
I was getting my stuff.
And but there was time for you to just completely stay away from her, but you confronted her about it, which you didn't have to. You could have just left. Once you made your discovery, you could have just made your arrangements and left. However,
Why are you doing this to me, sir? I have 4 kids. This is really crazy.
and also,
She has nothing to lose, and I'm sitting here arrested from all of the stuff that she's doing, and she was hitting me as well.
And when we arrived to the residence, I tried calling the phone several times. Her phone number is in the call as a complainant. I got no answer on several call attempts. When we got to the home, we heard the voice of, it was either distress or it was
wasn't
emotion.
distress. We was calling you guys to come in.
Okay, well, at first it was undiscernible, but as I listened, all I heard was, "I'm not letting you go," and I heard that several times.
Her, and I'm not letting her go because she has a gun.
Well, if you hear police, you have to let us go.
Well,
Because we're there.
I didn't know that I'm supposed to let her go when she
Yes,
has a
ma'am.
gun.
If you can hear me say police, then.
Sir, I didn't know that.
And also, once we came in, as I approached y'all, I gave verbal commands for her to be released, and she wasn't released.
I did release her.
No, I had to physically
Because
get
I
between
wanted
y'all.
because I wanted you guys to come between us, so we won't be fighting each other.
But if I'm there and I'm giving verbal commands for her to be let go, you have to let go.
I'm not an aggressive person. I did not.
And I
was
believe
not
you.
trying to
It's
be
not
holding
personal
on
at
to
all.
her or anything like that. She has a gun in her residence.
Sam, and you're
So
not convicted of it. You're just being charged right now
Yeah,
because
but
based off what I saw, I determined you to be the predominant aggressor tonight. So you have to face a judge for that. All my determinations are going to be in the report. The judge is going to see it, the prosecutor is going to see it, and whichever defense attorney you have is going to see that. But however, based off the facts that I observed, I have to place you under arrest for domestic violence battery.
And she's not gonna do anything when she hitting me too, because you wasn't here to see it.
Unfortunately, yes, ma'am. What's up on my seatbelt? Move this thing out a little bit. I think I got it. You slide over a little bit to your left.
Arrest me.
Well, it's not my choice. This is the state of Georgia, ma'am. It's not my choice at all. If I had my way, you guys would have never even gotten this far. It would have just been, hey, don't need you in my life. I'm getting out of here. I just need a little bit more slack. Thank you. Here's a set of cups you can borrow. I appreciate you, sir.
Hopefully I don't need them.
Close this up. Thanks, Gervin. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm down 2 good ones.
I got 28 when I got to do 2 from earlier.
So basically, based off, what we observed when we walked into the door, and I heard the, I'm not letting her go, I'm not letting her go. In that moment, I'm like, I don't know if you're killing this person or what you're doing. You could be choking her. So that's when I reached down and turned the doorknob and it went in. So I announced myself police, still was holding her.
They're both saying like we were telling you to come in because they both told me that, but I mean I didn't hear that. I heard her specifically like I'm not letting you go. So I'm like that's extenuating circumstances right there to go inside. So
And when I approached, I gave verbal commands for her to release her.
Yeah, she
because she was definitely in control of
we had
that.
to go pry them away.
So that's what husband's moot point was that they was holding each other. I said no, they weren't.
Yeah.
And she had 40 minutes to separate herself because Chloe was sleeping. Both of them admitted she was sleeping. So you could have just packed this stuff and left.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
So I'll let her get her attorney, and I'll leave it at that.
Absolutely, brother.
All right, man. I'll see you. We had to fight to get our off day. Transporting 1 Bravo Foxtrot to CCDC. Starting mileage 59488. Can you turn to your left? The fit seems to be okay on this one. Let me check this one. I'm adjusted. I think it's the way you have your wrist, but I'm gonna add an extra link in the middle to. I got it, ma'am.
So my shoulders.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna take these cuffs and I'm gonna put.
51 Bravo 1. Can I get a supervisor, please?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Resuming transport 59491. Ma'am? Yes, ma'am. It's up. It's supposed to be blowing back there, but I'll roll the window down till it gets a little bit cooler.
I'm really cold.
Oh, you said you were cold.
Yeah, I'm really cold.
Just turn and face this wall right here. Yes, sir. You come on in. Just have a seat right here for me.
Look at this box.
And I keep trying to wash it, and I try to wash it where it's textured, I can't get it clean. You can step off. How tall are you? 5'3". When's your birthday?
7/31/87.
You can stand up for me. I gotta move your cuffs to the front.
Is this hers?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I just gotta put it on the front.
How do you feel? My hair in my face. Are you hurt?
My body hurts. I ain't gonna change anything.
Do you want her to get medically cleared?
I'm supposed to get ready to get cleared.
That's fine. No problem. No, it's no problem at all. I gotta put the cuffs back behind your back. We gotta go to Memorial and get medically cleared. You have to see a doctor at Memorial, and he's just gotta ask you some questions about how you feel, where you're hurting at.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Well, it's not a choice now. She has precautions she has to take. So based on your answers to her questions, we have to go. So we got a little bit of a ride ahead of us. And I understand, but unfortunately, that's what we have to do. So I have to put the cuffs back behind your back, ma'am.
So I can't go home. I'm ready to go home.
No, ma'am, I'm sorry. We
I'm
can't do
okay.
that.
I got it. It's fine.
No, ma'am, it's not an option.
I don't understand. I didn't ask for medical attention.
The answers you gave the nurse are what you should have told us when we were on scene. So she's...
I told you that she hit me, and you didn't even believe me. I told you she hit me. And I told you she hit me, we both was fighting each other. And you kept saying that I was the aggressive one.
Yes, ma'am, that's two different things, aggressor and what actually, in the action is two different things.
That action was that she was hitting me before you got there.
Yes, ma'am. So we're just going to go have the doctor look at you and make sure that you're okay. And then we got to come on back, right? We're going to be right back.
I'm fine. I don't even need to go.
Unfortunately, that's the rule here. You have to go.
Can I just stay?
No, ma'am, but don't hesitate, because then you're going to bring a whole bunch of them from back there.
I'm not hesitating. I don't want to go because I feel I'm fine.
How you doing? Good. I was curious who's got 6912. I wanted to keep my car, but they gave me that truck. They took 6912 from me and gave me my truck back there, which I have kind of protested because I love that car.
The precinct was fun.
Yeah.
We had one at the precinct out. Got like 130,000 miles on it. Runs great.
Wow.
One of the best cars I've ever
Well, that one, I don't know what the problem was. It used to shake when I had it, but somebody turned it in and got it fixed, I guess. And, oh, really? Oh, I miss it. I tell you the truth, I miss it. Yeah, I kind of wish I still had it. From CCDC to Memorial, 59497. It's defined as the predominant aggressor because the law states that the predominant aggressor, once determined, is the one that is arrested. I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I'm not allowed to give you legal advice. But once we determine a predominant aggressor, that is the only person who needs to be arrested. That's the only arrest that we're required to make in a family violence situation. And how I made a determination that you all are in a family violence, how you all have the family violence enhancer added on, is you both admitted to being in a dating relationship, 1 month shy of a year. You periodically stay at her apartment. So that defines it as a intimate relationship. And that is why this incident falls under family violence, where an arrest shall be made. We don't get an option, which is why in intimate relationships, I always tell people that it is best to walk away. And there are certain factors that I have to put in the report to support my arrest. And you're just being charged right now. And the reason why we bring the arrestee to jail is because it provides the separation period for you guys to separating you to cool down. Once we got involved, if you had maybe had a left before we got there, or once we... Yes, ma'am. I'm just... Yes, ma'am. Yes. You know, I don't know y'all's full history, but I mean, when something starts to go bad, just think of, you know, yourself. Just get out of it. Just say, hey, I don't need this. And just leave. If you wish to pursue that, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to discuss with your legal counsel. I can only tell you that why I made the decision that I made based off what I saw, what I observed. Nobody's here, so it should be in and out. Just grab one of these chairs over here. Probably this brown one right here. Good morning.
Hi.
I have a medical clearance, battery DVA fighting. It's husband and wife are married. She's the wife, but they have a girlfriend, and the girlfriend was discovered to be cheating on her with multiple people. And so she called her husband, but then she had 40 minutes to separate herself, and she chose to confront the lover. And they got into a fist fight. When we got there, we heard them struggling, and we announced ourselves, and she said, I'm not letting her go, I'm not letting her go. So after, you know, hearing that a couple times, I decided we got to go in. So I tested the knob, it was unlocked. We went in. She is holding the other girl like up against the wall by her braids and won't let go, even though I'm giving commands as I approach. Walk up to him, got to physically separate him. The other girl, the victim, said she was hitting him off by her. She's got like imprints from where the teeth cut her top and bottom lip, and she admitted to punching her. So, $295.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, it is a mess. 40, but she had 40 minutes to walk away. So she's claiming I'm falsely arresting her and whatnot, but it's all good. Let's take it to the judge.
Yeah. Somebody else can figure it out. So.
I was supposed to be smooth sailing to my day off today.
You
None of this. Yeah, I did. I had it all planned out. Orange juice, toast, and just TV.
Well.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. We gotta wait. Ma'am? The doctor's gonna come out from wherever he's at back here, and he's gonna come and talk to us. He's just gonna look you over.
name's Jason. I'm one of the nurses here. I'm just going to get some vitals on you real quick, okay?
Started doing that one, Kobe.
Get your roommate.
All right, how you doing, sir? Today? Pretty good. This is like, well, I'm not gonna say clear, but it's like calm. The calmest I've seen this area in a while.
Ooh, brother, you should have been here just a few minutes ago. it was going down. It was something else, man. Are you in any pain right now? Your what hurts? Shoulders hurt? Right over there. Which hand? Your right hand. Your right hand and left hand. You fine? Does it hurt due to the handcuffs or just because, like, it's something more?
Different hospitals to see what you're doing first.
Sure. Obviously, I'm gonna just take you over there. I'm gonna just put it in the front. Stay that way till we drive back over there, because they ain't gonna have a fuss if it's not in the front.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Sir, y'all have a good morning.
I hope you do too. Thank you.
you.
Thank you, man.
All right. Put this back.
I can have a blanket in there, please.
Most likely to take with you. They won't let you take it with you.
Oh.
Let me just put those back in the back so the sheriff won't say nothing. It's our policy, but it's also theirs. Like when you go out there, they have to be in the back, or they're gonna raise a fuss and then just kind of silly to me, but that's how they do it. We don't get a choice.
Did I give you a blanket in there?
All you gotta do is just ask them.
Okay.
They kind of like watch us from the moment that we pull up on their property, because they watching to see how you behave when you come in, and you know that kind of dictates what you can have and what you can't have. Have a good night. So if they see you just not causing no problem, they'll work with you. Good morning.
Turn around for me. Come on. You step inside. Have a seat, Tila.